and they've been demanding the downfall of Hosni Mubarak, the man who's been here ruling this country for some 30 years. But better to talk to an Egyptian himself to hear why they've come here. This is Ahmed. I just met him, an electrical engineer. Why did you come to Tahrir Square today, sir?
Actually, I came here for 30 years. 30 years of non-democracy, non-freedom, poorness, everything. No freedom. We have no freedom at all.
And speak a little louder, sir, so they can hear you. What do you want?
Yes, I think we want a full fall on the system, all the system.
So he wants the system to fall. Are you suffering economically right now? Their shops are closed. Are you able to buy food? Are you able to get money?
Yes, we somehow manage ourselves, but I think in 2 or 3 days we will have some problems, some serious problems.
But you will keep protesting?
Yes, I will keep protesting.
Until when?
People will not leave without the removal of the restriction.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Talk to our camera here, young woman, please. What is it going to take to leave this square?
People will not leave this square without the removal of Mubarak system. They will not leave. We sleep here.
What about the economic difficulties? The price of bread is more expensive.
It's not only economic difficulties, social difficulties. People have no money to buy bread. People under the middle strata.
Right.
Okay. People suffer poverty.
So Aisha, you hear it there. Thank you very much. And Ahmed, thank you. You hear that people have reached a breaking point and they've had enough and they want this president to step down. And if you look through here, thank you very, very much. There are tents here. We're seeing more of a sit-in, Aisha. People spent the night here last night. There's another message that people send again and again. When they hear, for instance, that I'm an American citizen, they say, send a message to your government. Tell your government to stop supporting Hosni Mubarak. Why? Because the U.S. government provides some $2 billion in assistance a year to Egypt. They see that U.S. aid as a crucial component to his system staying in place. And they say, if you want to win the support of the Egyptian people, then you must distance yourself from Hosni Mubarak and support this sea of humanity here in Tahrir Square. Aisha?
So, Ivan, it's my understanding that there's a military cordon, so to speak, a security force cordon around the square. What does that mean? Are people effectively choked in the square and can't leave? Give me some sense as to the logistics.
Well, I've been inside since we got in the morning, excuse me. And what we had to go through were a number of checkpoints that were conducted with security checks by the Egyptian military, as well as some plainclothes security officers. Then, this was fascinating, there were dozens of young men, some of them with badges that called themselves part of the organizing committee, and they were searching, patting people down, asking to look at their IDs. And then we've been allowed to operate freely here. Let me show you this leaflet that one man was handing out, Aisha. It's written in Arabic here, and I may be holding it upside down because my Arabic is terrible, or non-existent. And we translated this, and basically what it asks is for the people here, it says they have the right to express their demands, to demand their rights, but they are asked to behave peacefully here and to behave properly in front of the foreign media, which is here in mass as well. And this may have been distributed either by the organizers of this protest or, in fact, by the military. We've seen officers with camouflage uniforms covered by civilian clothes also trying to maintain order here. A very important point here, Aisha. There does not seem to be one unifying political party or politician that is leading this, that is organizing this. Whenever I talk to opposition parties, they tell me that this is a youth movement, a groundswell of people power, effectively, and that the established opposition parties, which have long been repressed by the government, are simply following along and offering their experience. One of these opposition leaders, Aisha, George Isaac of the Kefia movement, he is calling this a revolution. Aisha?
And what are we hearing about what's happening in Alexandria, where there were also plans for a similar gathering, a similar march of millions?
I confess I've been pretty much trapped in this location here with people very eager to get their voices heard and to say what's on their mind. I don't really know about what's going on in Alexandria, many miles away. I can say one thing about a fascinating phenomenon here, Aisha. People here come up, they write on signs right here on the street, and then they just stand here and they want people to see whatever's written here. It's an amazing kind of reflex and a pride that you see where people just want to be heard. They just want their message seen. They want people to take photographs of them. You'll see men just standing in the street, holding up a sign. One of the messages that we see over and over written in English, game over. And another phenomenon we see here again and again is people praying. Look, I don't know if the camera can reach down here to these men praying here in rows on the street. Earlier in the day, we saw thousands of men lined up in prayer on the asphalt, and that has also been a recurring demonstration throughout these protests. Aisha?
Ivan, we appreciate the great reporting. Ivan Watson there down in Tahrir Square, where tens of thousands are gathered on this day of mass protest in Cairo. Ivan, thanks as always. Well, you are at the iDesk. With systems limited, a big challenge for protest organizers is getting the word out. Google has come up with a new way to help. We'll show you how it works. Also ahead, new revelations from WikiLeaks. This time, their target is the UK and Libya. And who talked to whom before the Lockerbie bomber was released from jail? Said the iDesk.